What up, world? What up? This is Mr. Stealth himself, Sarge0079, coming at you again and bringing you some quick, a quick overview of the weekend. A little bit of impressions of up and coming game from a very, very well known person in video game history. Y'all may know him as the guy that did Twisted Metal and the first God of War. David Jaffe, he got a new game coming out called Drawn to Death. And when I say this game is probably one of those games that's gonna go like a lot of people it's gonna fly under the radar for a little bit but when it blows up, which is probably doing that now because a lot of people are dropping videos, like some of my boys, like especially Kev, Mr. Official, he's been dropping videos left and right on it. But this game is so much fun. Like, I cannot stress enough how much fun it is because it takes you back to that old school, just going at it, guns blazing, and just this little intro part that you're seeing right now brings me back to the early PlayStation games where they had the full motion video like Warhawk, and there was another one I can't really think of. I want to say Twisted Metal even had a couple of FMVs, and actually yes they did, because he did touch on that in like the remake that he did for the PS3. But it brings you back to an era of purity with games. Like, this game isn't really about holding your hand or doing such and such. Like, when you start the game, you start out in that scene. Well, as of right now, you will start out in that scene. You can look around the classroom, because I didn't really think it was just nothing but a video playing. But it has its own little interactivity with it, because you can look around, see what's going on. The girl winks at you, and the guy tries to taunt you. But as you can see, the guy drew all this stuff in his notebook. And it just comes to life in his head because he's bored in class, and this is pretty much your tutorial. It's not going to show too much of it, but you'll get like double jump abilities, wall jump abilities, just all type of craziness. And the best way I can describe it is like if you made Quake third person up, and you can do team deathmatch and free for all, but he twists the whole thing to where it's like you really have to get what I call the Call of Duty streak going. You cannot, if you get an advantage, you cannot let that advantage slip. Because what happens is, the simple premise of getting to 5 points. Now you would think, oh, getting to 5 kills, it can't be that, bad. It's 5 kills. How bad could it actually be? Well, let's just say getting to 5 kills is a lot harder than you would think it would be, and keeping those 5 kills is a lot harder than you would think. Because every time you kill a person, of course, you gain a point, but every time you die, you lose a point. So if you come in, you get a kill, and then you immediately die, guess what? You are right back to 0. If you come in, you get 2 kills, and then you get 2 kills, and then somebody kills you, you are reset to 1. So you did all that work just get reset by 1. Now, a couple of things that I noticed, and a lot of people have been using it in the closed access, is Cyborgula, because Cyborgula has a little trick up his sleeve. Whenever you kill Cyborgula emits this big aura of energy. And that's pretty much his suicide mode. He's dead. And the person is controlling. They can run down and try to capture you in that bubble. And if you're caught in that bubble when he blows up, he kills you. So instead of him losing a point, he actually negates that whole effect. So that's why if you ever, if you've been playing, you see a lot of people use them. It's because that whole effect of Cyborgula just cancels out his own death. And just like the person I'm using, Diablo Tequila. I mean Diablo Tijuana, my bad. David, don't kick my ass, please. I know you're gonna be on the beta sometime later. Please do not kick my ass for fucking up her name. I am sorry. But yeah, her ability is that she can pretty much wall bounce. Like just right there, you seen Cyborgula. I was in that circle, he blew up, I died. And I think he took somebody else with him, so you actually got 2 kills off that one. But she has the ability to jump on walls and kind of wall bounce. So you can call her the agility person. Cyborgula is kind of like, I can't really describe what Cyborgula is as far as like skill sets, but he's pretty much he's another evasive person because he has a flying ability, which also plays into his special ability. I didn't really mess with the guitar guy too much. I played around with him in the tutorial, and he has this kind of Titan slam ability where he can flip into the air and he can hover there and aim where he wants to land. So if you're caught, if you're not looking up in the sky when he does it, then he can just slam down on you and pretty much kill you in one shot. Diablo has a hat that she can throw, and the first hit doesn't really do anything. It's that second hit that really catches people off, because with that second hit what she can do is pretty much take your head off if you aim it correctly, because I've done it a couple of times to a couple of people. Also, if you're wondering what the fuck is up with this hand, these are what you call hand abilities. The hand abilities is pretty much the guy is breaking the fourth wall. The guy that's drawing all these pictures has broken the fourth wall and stuck his hand through a portal into the game and is actually helping that person out. It's kind of like a kill streak, but it's not a kill streak. I mean, you do have to have, I think, a certain juice level to summon out the hand, and you can either do like a machine gun. You can have it where it does an impact because he has his pen and he's just hovering around and he just slams it down, tries to kill somebody, and it's just all out craziness how this game just works, and it's just so addictive. Like me, Mr. Official, J Barry, Jaleel, like Wayne, everybody's been having fun with this game. The game is just too amazing, and then the fact that it's for free to play, I'm up here almost tempted to just say, hey, go and charge for it. I don't mind paying for it because it's a fun game. It just brings me, it's just a pure fun game. It has no real, yes, some of the weapons, as we found out, the FU-47 is a little underpowered, but it can work in certain situations. Me, I personally prefer the Vulcan Devil and the Pump and Dump as my two go-to weapons. And one thing I found out, like if you use, I forget, I think it's Uncle Tom, Uncle Jerry, Uncle Tom, whatever his name is. He's pretty much a rocket launcher that if it hits somebody, it can, devastate them. I think it does like 80 damage. Only problem is if you use it, you better make sure you hit somebody because it has a long firing time, and then it has an even longer reload time because you literally have to dig this guy's body out the ground to reload him into the casket to fire him again. And I just think, what can David come up with next? And he tweeted a picture today of his newest character today. He's probably gonna add, he's probably giving it a little bit of flourish right now. But the character is gonna be a sci-fi female type ninja, and I really want to test her out because I'm big on ninjas, just like Mr. Official is. So we've been really looking at her like, okay, what are her abilities gonna be? So David, if you're listening, this is what I want. This is what I definitely want from her. I want throwing stars and a plasma sword, a plasma katana. Those are the two things I want. You probably already thought about it. But those are the two things I want on her specifically. Because I think Alan has a invisibility, which invisibility would have been nice on her. But if you can give me throwing stars that have some kind of lock-on system, or maybe like a soft lock and they just home to the target, and a plasma sword that is very devastating if you draw it out, I will be happy. So for all this, I'm I'm so happy with this game, and I can't wait until it fully releases. Yes, it's a free to play. Yes, it might be microtransactions. I don't know all the full details. All I can go off of is the in-game currency. When you first start off, they'll give you enough to say, hey, go through, pick at least 2 upgraded weapons that you might want. I picked the Vulcan Devil and the Pumping Dump. Those were my 2 weapons. I should have went Vulcan Devil and Proximity Mine, because the Proximity Mines actually have their uses after I seen Kevin's gameplay. So overall, I'm highly impressed with this game. I really am. I cannot stress enough how highly impressed I am by what they are doing over there with this game. It's simple, it's a fun concept, and you just go with it and have your friends. So now, my only thing that I want to know from David is, will there be private lobbies? And will there be more game modes? Because Team Deathmatch and Deathmatch are, those have to be in there. But will there be more game modes that incorporate more players, or are we just stuck to the 2v2 or 4 person free for all? Are we going to be limited to that? But please like, comment, subscribe. And if you don't know, go to drawntodeath.com right now and sign up for the private access alpha, beta. I don't know which one they're calling. They're probably calling it alpha because it's still early. But sign up for it and get in this thing, because the more people we have testing this, the more feedback they can get, and the more they can make this game excellent. Because right now it's running smooth and it's early. If it's running smooth early now, then later on it's going to be even better. So please get out there, spread the word. Don't care what you got to do. Get it on posters, post notes. I don't care. Email it to your friends. Just tell them. Get out there. Support this game. This Mr. Stealth himself, Sarge0079, and I'm gone.